Welcome back to Smok'n Jay's Garage. I am here with my 2022 242X, and we are going to put a new pisser and a new bilge drain on it. I got these from Atlantic Jet Sports. These are going to be, instead of the black plastic, these are a red, and they are going to be aluminum. I got one opened up already. Looks kind of fancy. I went with a 1/2 inch for the pisser, and I went with a 3/4 inch for the bilge, and hopefully that's the right size. Red is going to look really nice on our red boat, I think. Let's take a look at what it actually looks like right now because it's black. And you can see that right there. Nothing wrong with it. But I think that red aluminum might look a lot fancier, might look a lot cooler. Now, they had the option for a 90 degree for the pisser, a 90 degree or a 45 degree. I went with the 90 degree because that's what's on there right now. I'm going to do one at a time so that I can still get the same cant that is on there right now because it blows the water out pretty good. So let's hop inside and I'll show you what I think we need to do. Real quickly, what we need for tools here, I've got 2 different size screwdrivers because the hose clamp that holds the hose on there, there's a larger one, there's a smaller one. I got an adjustable wrench because I don't have a wrench quite this big. I believe this is 1 inch. I put a 15/16 on it and it's a little bit too small. And this one obviously is bigger, so I just go under there with the adjustable wrench. I don't have to go after more tools. And I'm going to use a little bit of blue Loctite on it. We are underneath the driver's side back seat. I can get you in here. Right there, those 3 hoses, 2 of them are going to be your pisser, and the 3rd one is going to be your bilge. So we're just going to unhook those clamps and unscrew those nuts. Once loosened up, I took the hose off the other side. These come out. Like I said, I left this one in because I'm going to keep the angle the same as it was. Now both of these, I took them off already. Both of them had a rubber backing. Actually, this one was actually rubber. As you can see, there's a little notch in there that hooked onto here. I'm going to reuse this rubber, but there is no notch in this one. And then this one wasn't rubber. It's just this soft. I don't know what this is. But anyway, we're going to reuse it. I'm going to go ahead and clean up that hole real quick, though. Just make it look nice. And then we'll stick these in and see how they look. I've got that hole cleaned up good. Now the flange on this new one is just a little bit smaller than the old one is. So I had to trim that down a little bit. Otherwise, there was just a little bit of white sticking out on the back side, and I know that would have bothered me. The other thing is these threads here are just a little bit bigger than what those are. And so this doesn't actually quite fit in the hole. It's almost like you could thread it in. So we're going to have to drill that hole out just a little bit wider. You will need one big ass drill bit. These are not mounted in yet, they're just set in place, but to give you an idea of how they're going to look, notice that the white I trimmed down, there will be a little bit of a gap there, it looks like, and a little bit of gap here of black if we use that. I never noticed this before, but you can see where that rubber is around here. It's black, so you don't notice it. This one's going to suck in a little bit, but you're probably still going to have that little bit of a gap, and you're going to be able to see that, but you're going to have rubber on your gel coat and not aluminum, and I would rather have that. That looks pretty good. As you can see, I'm very close to perfect the way it is. It's very hard at one person, though, to hold it, not let it move, tighten it up from the inside. So if you have the opportunity to have a second person out here, look at least, this one didn't have to be perfect. Now this one's going to have to be perfect, otherwise it's going to look weird. Let's back up a little bit. I don't know how far away we can get and still allow you to see it. But it definitely looks good. Let's get that last one in. And there it is with both of them on. I think we got those both at the perfect angle. That was by far the hardest part. The first one wasn't too bad because if it wasn't perfectly lined up with the old one, that was okay, as long as the 2 of them are lined up perfectly together. That's where it was very helpful to have a second person out here on the outside telling me when it was perfect and when it was not. So I think it's going to look good. I don't have I still have to hook up the hoses on the inside yet. The water, I only have 1 water hose, so I can't run both engines at the same time on a hose to make sure that there's no leaks. I'll have to do that one at a time. And then to make sure the streams come out exactly where I want them, we'll have to wait till we're on the water for that because I can only run one at a time. But that is what it looks like. And I think that it looks a whole lot better. I don't know how good of a look we're getting here with the sun, but try to back up a little bit here, get a good shot of the boat in with it. See how it looks. Hopefully it looks a whole lot better on the water. And we'll be pretty happy with it. I think it definitely looks better here in real life. Hopefully I show it up on video for you as well. So if you watch this channel for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to,
Please subscribe.